Welcome back guys to another video, and today I'll be showing you guys another layout. This layout has a few lines and I'm gonna show them all. So we're gonna start at the most boring area. We're gonna work our way up to the branch lines because that's where they are located. This is basically the first stop right here. I'm gonna use the W. To the second stop right here. I'm only going to show this portion of the route one time because it's going to get super repetitive because there's so many branch lines and almost all of them kind of lead into this one other line. And for each branch line, I'm going to use a different train. But for starters, we're using the W, the full route. All the other ones are basically the same thing, but they go somewhere else. Except for one. There's one other route that starts somewhere different and ends somewhere different. So that's something. So this is basically where the branch lines kind of separate from each other. There's three main ones. Two of them are used for the B division and one of them is for IRT trains only. So this one is going to go to one of its branch lines and that's where it leads to Queensboro Plaza. So it has to go here. And it's going to turn. And that's one of the branch lines. This is another branch line. This is the IRT only line. And then this is another for B division. So there's three separate branch lines. We're going to start that one, then we're going to do this one, then we're going to do the one over here. So this is going to be where it's going to get really hard to film, because you're going to see in a minute, like in a few seconds. The ramps that go up to Queensboro, they're kind of steep and very unstable. So if you see a derailment, then that's because of the ramps. So this is also kind of like an update video to the Queensboro Plaza station, because now it has ramps on both ends instead of just one end. So to very carefully move it all the way up. As you can see, it's 2 levels. And we're at Queensboro Plaza. I'll quickly show some views and then we're going to move on to the next and last stop. So I finally covered up the Akihabara sign and instead just put Queensboro Plaza. I printed out a sign, NW7. There's the W on the second level. And then here's the interior. It gets super dark in there, but you could see barely. Here's some more views. So you can see how how thin the cardboard really is. The only thing that's holding the upper level up is the pillars in the middle of the lower level platform. So yeah, I'm gonna have to keep using this flashlight because it gets super dark. So from here the W goes down the ramp. Goes over the big X switch that I bought a couple months ago, I think. I didn't make an unboxing because I didn't want to make too many unboxing videos. It's still elevated. You can see the whole thing up until the very end is elevated. And that is the last stop. This is supposed to be, I mean, if you guys haven't recognized yet, it's supposed to be like a very, very miniature version of the Astoria line. So this would be Queensboro and then going up north, Astoria. But if I had more space and more track, I would probably make the whole thing. So we're just going to pretend like we did the same route as we did before with the W, but now with the 4. And we're going to move to its branch line. So we're just going to go straight across here. It's going to go here, northbound. And it's going to go up the ramps to Queensboro. This is also super unstable, so it's very hard to film and move the train up at the same time because it's super easy to like completely collapse. That station is I'll show that later. Oh man, okay, this is gonna fall. Okay, we somehow made it all the way up without falling. So the way back down isn't actually that much easier, but we're gonna try. So this ramp goes all the way back to the ground. It'll make a turn. And that is the last stop. So this is the third, and actually no, there's two lines. Because two lines share this other branch line, if that makes any sense. So I'll show the first one and then I'll show the second one. So we're gonna use the R. See, the video is almost 8 minutes long. If I started from all the way in the beginning, this video would take forever, so that's why I only showed the first part once with the W. And with the 4 and the R branch line, it has the same first stop as the W did. So you can basically, you know. Then it's gonna move to its last stop. And that is the last stop. So this is another like mini branch line. This is also like one of the, it's like the first stop, but it's different than the W's first stop. It's the K's first stop. Basically a branch line, like the K or the V. The W can also use this line. So as you can see right here, it joins in with the other line. And then it's gonna go straight to 28th Street. Once again, guys, I apologize if my voice is kind of shaky and if the camera angles are terrible, but it's actually very hard to film. So I kind of have to like put my like hand in my like in like a like weird ways just to hold my phone correctly to kind of film this, because it's kind of difficult, super difficult to film all this. So we're gonna use the other available track to terminate. So we have the R right here, and then the K just goes right here. Or sometimes the K would terminate at NMC and follow the same line as the W. The V could also do that. So for the one-way station, I'll be using the 7, the Combo 7, the first edition. Now, the middle car, I know it's a bit, actually it's a lot more beat up than the other two. I got these two in 2015, and this one a couple of months ago. Now the reason why I got that, even though it's super beat up, is because when I first, when I saw it on, I forgot where it was, I saw it and I was like, you know, I kind of wanted to get it since I only have 2 cars. I wanted a third one. And I was searching for any other available Combo 7 trains, and there aren't anymore. So I just got this one, and for now, this will have to do. So it's not a very solid set, because this one is beat up, and it, like, the contrast is severe, but I mean, it's a set nonetheless. It's the same type of car, the same everything. It's just that it's a little bit smaller, and it's a lot more beat up. So here we're going to use this, and once again I apologize for the horrible lighting. So we're going to go Manhattan bound. We're going to go up the ramp to the lower level. Once again, things get super difficult to film right over here. And it's going to go, once again, in the lower level. And it got stuck for some reason. Now the reason why it got stuck is because it derailed on the way up. That's kind of terrible. And it got stuck again, I don't know. Usually it doesn't get stuck at all, but somehow it did this time. I'm guessing just because of the way I'm filming it. Okay, but yeah, it's inside the station already. You can see it. And where's the first car? I can't really see that well from here. Yeah, there, okay. That's how it kind of looks like inside the station. I know it looks terrible because of the lighting. Okay, now we're gonna try our best to try to move the train out of here. Try to push it along. So basically after this is Court Square, but it's a one-way version of Court Square. Because, so like, if you could see here, why did it get so dark all of us? Like, the room, like, I have lights on, and just for some reason, the lighting here is still bad. Like, I have no idea. It's not even cloudy outside. I'm actually serious. I could show you, but I have a open window. The sky is blue. My lights are on. I have no idea why. Look, it's like this. I have no clue. I have no idea, to be honest. Once again, I apologize. So yeah. So once again, this is basically a one-way Court Square. The reason why this is because if you could see here on the Queensboro bound track, there's like no space for a station. Like, it just keeps going up. Like, the ramp just, it needs to keep going up in order to have enough space to reach here. And especially because of the sharp turn. I know there's a couple of sharp turns here, but since there's more space, because like when you're turning, the more you turn, like the sharper the curve gets. So like the less space you have, the sharper it gets. So that's why. And also the ramp situation here. I barely managed to do it here because the ramps don't go that high on the lower level. But on the Queensbound, the ramps have to keep going up. Like, the ramps need to keep going up and up and up, and there's no space for a station. Now, same for this. The reason I didn't add a station here is because, once again, this ramp needs to keep going down, and then this one, there's just no space. There is technically space for a station here. 3 cars could fit there. But like, then the next station is right here. It's like super close. And it won't make any sense. So that's why I couldn't put a station here. If not, that would have been Lexington 59th. But I just couldn't. There's no space. So I'm going to try to move this back down. And we're going to end the video. Okay, got stuck. So we're going to go back down. And then NMC's right here. There is a shuttle, but it only goes from that station to Queensboro. It's basically the Queensboro shuttle. It's only 2 stops. And yeah, I'll show an overview and then we're going to end the video. So basically this is the whole layout. That's where the branches meet. This is the second southern terminal. It's like a mini branch. And it kind of meets up over here. And then they all separate. So you have NMC, it's 6 tracks and 4 platforms. I'm not around out of space. Then they all go up to Queensboro. Then one of them goes that way. The other one goes this way. And the third branch kind of goes in the middle. And that's the whole video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.